I'm Brandon Isle with BYU-Idaho Radio, and joining me here is Ann Hurley. Casey is the Dean of the College of Business and Communication. You've worked here at BYU-Idaho since 2003?
That's right.
That's a good clip. You have taught business management, business law, religious freedom, and other classes. You received your bachelor's degree in journalism from Brigham Young University, your law degree from Wake Forest University School of Law. Casey, thanks for joining us here
Happy
today.
to be here.
First, I wanted to talk about, just have a broad overview of your college, the College of Business and Communication. I know there are 6 departments in this college. If you just want to talk about each of them briefly with us.
Okay, great. So we have accounting, which basically offers a degree in accounting. And students typically will go on and probably get a CPA commonly. And we place students with the big 4 accounting firms and then all kinds of other places, smaller accounting firms, you name it. Our communications department has a broad variety of offerings, ranging from students who work on podcasts like this to students who are doing print journalism and working on a newspaper that we put out called The Scroll. It includes students who are doing graphic design work, also students who are doing video production. So there's a whole bunch of offerings within communications. And we place students, again, just all kinds of places, including places like church magazines, newspapers. A lot of them do freelance work. The economics department offers both degrees in economics and also agriculture business. So that's kind of an interesting mix. So we have students who are, very much like Idaho farm, interested in being in kind of that world, but more on the business and economics side of that. Yeah. And then more of a traditional economics degree, which is a really great preparation for all kinds of business, academic, other kinds of work. We also have the business management department, which is a very big department because it's fairly broad. It attracts students who are kind of looking for more of a general business background. They might want to go work in a family business. They might be looking at kind of a leadership type of track within a company. It's also really valuable for students who have a particular skill set. So, for example, a student who is very passionate about music might do a minor in music, or, someone who's in dance, some of those things, and then do a business degree and use the skill set that they have to create their own kind of business.
Good marriages.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And vice versa. We have minors who come from those areas that can marry those skills. The marketing department, is focused on, they have digital marketing, they have social media marketing, also more traditional types of marketing. And again, we have students who just get amazing jobs and in the marketing world. In the finance department, we offer a major in finance. We also offer a minor in financial planning, which has become extremely popular. We have a lot of students who are very successful in helping people plan their finances. The finance degree is more of traditional, learning how to help companies manage and plan for their finances. And then the supply chain management or operations management is the other degree in finance. And that's more focused on, how do you help a business function and operate, and how much inventory do you need, and how do you figure out all those kinds of logistics and stuff.
That's a big deal in today's world.
Yes.
So many different things that are focused on getting students jobs, real jobs, right after college. The mission of BYU-Idaho is to build disciples of Jesus Christ who are leaders in their homes, their I have to say this right, their homes, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and in their communities. How does your college help prepare the students?
Yeah, so we definitely focus throughout our college on leadership skills. Students spend a lot of time learning to lead, not just we want you to be future CEOs or something, but thinking about what President Kimby Clark used to refer to as small L leadership. this idea that no matter where you are in an organization, in your home, in the church, you have the opportunity to act as a leader. And I think that is something that we try to do throughout the courses in our college, and particularly in some of the experiential opportunities that students have. So if a student is working at our agency called Soapbox, where they work with clients to do like media work and stuff, they're going to be in situations where they're working with a team, and whether or not they're the leader of that team, they have to learn how to be influential, how to help their ideas be heard, how to help the team to be effective, how to create the right kinds of interpersonal relationships to where their team members can also be effective. And that kind of leadership, we feel like, has an impact. When they go into a church calling, they're ready to step into a leadership role. They're also ready to be a very effective member of a council when they're not necessarily the leader of that council. They are prepared to be leaders in their homes and to teach their children, to also teach their children to be leaders.
Such an important, all those skills. I know there's so many programs that help those students develop these skills. Are there specific things that you as the dean try to influence the professors to do in their classrooms to help with this?
That's a great question. We try to think at my level about, what are maybe small things that we can help remind faculty to do or help them with, or resources. We have so many resources at this campus to help faculty to become better teachers. We often just talk about, like, what are the small things you can do in your classroom that will help students feel the Spirit, that will help them to be better disciples, that will help them to have testimony in their classroom. Just one little tiny thing we did recently is we asked faculty members to put a slide up on the first day of class that says "You belong," and to focus on helping students know you belong at BYU-Idaho and we care about you.
Yeah, what an important message. It's simple, but brings them in and helps them feel that love.
Yeah.
You've been dean for just over a year. What have you learned in that year that maybe you didn't know as a professor?
Probably the thing that has struck me the most as a dean is how amazing our faculty are. So I knew that before. I worked with these people. I knew they were great, but as the dean, I just get to know them in a little bit of a different way. I see their teaching evaluations. I talk to their department chairs about what they're doing and how things are going. I get to visit with those faculty members. And, hearing their stories about how the Lord brought them to BYU-Idaho, the kinds of career opportunities that they left on the table to be able to be here, to be with our students, just the hearts that they have and how much love they have for students. Regularly, faculty come to me, and I don't get very many faculty coming to me with concerns about themselves. I get faculty coming to me saying, this is an issue I've seen where students need more help with something, or this is a way that I think that we could be more effective and we could help students. Those are always the kinds of requests that I'm getting as a dean. And it just points to how student-focused our faculty are, how they are just so competent and so amazing, and just so focused on the mission of BYU-Idaho.
Yeah. Talking about students, they go through this program and they go get jobs, and hopefully they are becoming these disciple leaders. Do you have any stories of students who are showing exactly what we hope they will do?
So many. So I've been here a long time, and probably one of my favorite things is to run into former students and find out what they're doing in their lives. And it's always just such a blessing to know how they're serving in their families, how they're serving in the church, how they're just building the kingdom of God on the earth. One who comes to mind, it's been a long time ago, but I had a student who graduated and went on and did a lot of different things, and has, recently been vice president of a large Fortune 500 company. But I think more importantly, along that journey has always been very focused on his family, beautiful family, and also has, served in the church and been an example and used those leadership skills in those ways. And the thing I love is that whenever I talk to him, he talks about the things he's learning. He's gotten to a very high level in his career, but he is always thinking about, how can I be a better leader? What can I learn from these experiences? He's listening to things like devotional and getting ideas from that about how to improve his life. So I love this idea that, you have a former student who's been away from BYU-Idaho for so long, but still listens to devotional messages and uses that to help him in his life.
And that's what we hope, this lifelong learning and
Absolutely.
being a disciple in every aspect.
Yes. Yeah. The other, there's actually like a whole group of former students that I have that are now professors in our college.
Oh, that's
and
fun, right?
It's so great, because I see them and I see, at one point they were just sitting in my classroom just like all the other students, and now they're the professor and they're teaching and helping students to do the same thing. So it's really fun to see kind of that cyclical thing that happens.
Yeah. If you were to talk to parents of prospective students, what is something that you would tell them about your college, how it is fulfilling the mission?
Yeah.
BYU-Idaho.
I would say if you send your student to study in our college, we will do our best to help that student to grow in faith, to grow as a disciple of Jesus Christ. And we'll also do our best to give your child opportunities to do hands-on things. We have a program called IBC where students actually start and run a business. And they learn a lot about business, but what they really learn a lot about is how to work with other people. They learn a lot about themselves and how, they start to introspect and realize the kind of some of the weaknesses they have in dealing with other people. And they start to just see, like, how can I become better? How can I do better? And having those hands-on experiences really helps prepare them for life and for the real world. And we hope ultimately, more than anything, that it increases their discipleship and that they're prepared to build the kingdom.
Casey Ann Hurley is the Dean of the College of Business and Communication. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.